everybody, hope you're all keeping well and welcome back to another video. It's been like 2 months, I think 2 months since I've done a video, like literally like Christmas time, and I thought, you know, let's give like a bit of an update as to like where I've been, like what I've been up to, like what has happened, and like I suppose where we're gonna move on to, I suppose, or like things that are coming up in the next like few months and stuff. Let's get straight into it, like, because I feel like this is gonna be like a completely honest and raw update, and there could be tears, I don't know, but anyway, let's just get straight into it. A lot has happened in like the last like 2 and 3 months, you could say. Not very good things. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not saying all of this to get like pity and stuff, because I'm kind of like, oh, not over it, I'm not gonna say over it, but like it's done, like, you know, whatever. But it is something that I feel I want to share and stuff like that, just because obviously it's to update my life. This is what this video is about, and yeah, I just want to be open and honest about my life, basically, like on like my, you know, social media platforms and stuff like that. So yeah, so basically the 1st of January, New Year's Day, and I'm sure he won't mind me telling you all this, because as I said, I'm open about what has happened and stuff like that, and I feel like he is as well. But on New Year's Day, Declan Crow decided to have a heart attack. If some of you don't know, Declan Crow is my father. He's my dad, and New Year's Day he wasn't feeling great, and he said, you know what, I'm gonna go to the hospital and get checked out. And lo and behold, when he was waiting, like, thank God it was like past the A&E stage, he had a heart attack, which was very scary. He had a heart attack again as well, like when they were trying to wake him up, and oh, I don't even know. It was all just crazy, like crazy. So that was like a big thing to happen to me in the last few months, and it's really scary. Like, oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna get emotional now already, but especially I feel like with my dad saying, like, he is like the most healthiest person, like, do you know, as in, like, when I look at him and stuff, I'm like, do you know, he's healthy, like he's grand or whatever. And then when something like this happens, you're like, oh, like, it's just really, really scary, like really scary. And he was really, really lucky to be in the hospital and stuff like that. It makes me realize, you know, when you know that there, like, if you feel like there is something wrong with your body, like, to get it checked out, like, because you just never know what's gonna happen. You're never gonna know what's gonna happen, like. And it was a scary few weeks, like the week that he was in hospital, like, was just hell. Yeah, just the few weeks of him recovering and stuff. And yeah, he's fine now, like he's doing like rehab and stuff like that, so like he's doing things to make himself like better, and like to avoid, hopefully, like Joe having another one. But yeah, it's still a scary thing though. Like, it's just in the back of your head, you have this like slight fear that it could happen again. And it's just, yeah. Fast forwarding backwards, so between kind of the Christmas period and New Year's, my dog Ollie, he was feeling really unwell, like he just wasn't himself. And we decided to bring him to the vets, and it turned out that he had cancer in his bladder and stuff. And yeah, that was also a bad time, because I was like, oh my God. And we were preparing to say goodbye to him and stuff, and yeah, when we went back to collect him from the vets, then the vet kind of was like, you know, look, like, you can still get time out of him and stuff, like he's not in pain and stuff. So we made a decision to bring him home, and we had a lovely 2-3 months with him. And then recently it was 2 weeks yesterday. We sadly had to say goodbye to him. So yeah, Ollie was another feature on this channel. Oh, I'm gonna cry again. But yeah, we had sadly let him go, and that has been extremely hard. Like, I'm still trying to adjust to it and stuff, and stay with my mum. And yeah, like, I keep seeing videos on like TikTok and stuff about like pet grief and stuff like that, and like no one actually tells you about pet grief. Like, no one really actually talks about it. Like, I know people talk about grief in general, but people just assume grief is like with humans and stuff, and obviously it is, but grief can just be with anything. Like, when you think about it, like, it could be losing a friendship, or like, you know, it doesn't always necessarily have to be about death, but like, yeah, like, pet grief is real. Like, Ollie, like, he was like my best friend. Like, honestly, like, it was one of those things, like, you know, would you ever wish like your pet could talk and stuff? Like, I really wish that he could talk sometimes, because I feel like, I don't know, he's seen me grow up, like, you know what I mean? And he was my first proper dog. Like, that was mine. So he saw me grow up. He saw me in primary school, secondary school, college. He just saw me like just go through like life and stuff. And yeah, it's very hard, like, him not being around and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm still going through it, but it'll hopefully get better. That has been the 2 like major updates in my life of just why I hadn't been making videos or doing anything like on TikTok or like on YouTube, because I feel like those 2 things happening the last like 2 months has been really like traumatic. Like, as in, it is, do you know what, it like has really knocked me down a peg. Like, and just, yeah, I feel like I haven't, do you know what it is? I feel like I haven't felt like this sad in a while. I feel like this is like me being like a crybaby, or like looking for attention, stuff like that. But it's just honestly how I feel, and like what I've been going through the last few months. You know what I mean? Like, it's just feeling sad a lot of the time. Like, some days, like, I mightn't cry, like, do you know what I mean? But then some days I might, and I don't know. It's been a lot, like, too much. And then there's also in the back of my head of like, what am I doing with my life? You know, I feel like I'm stuck in a bit of a rut. As in, I just don't really know what's going on with my life. You know, it's just really hard to navigate it. And then when all of that kind of happened and stuff, I just don't feel motivated. Do you know what I mean? I just don't feel anything. Like, that's literally how I feel. Like, I just don't feel anything other than just like this. You know what I mean? It's very raw and stuff, but I wanted to just give like my honest update, and this might show people like, you know, like, not everything's okay all the time, to be honest, because it isn't. All of these things has just made me like ponder on my life, and my head's just all over the place. Like, the only thing I am certain about in this life, and I say this to people, like, is like the people I have in my life. Like, they like are the only things that I know, like, oh yeah, like, you know, I am certain, like, and I'm grateful for them to be in my life and stuff. And other than that, then I have no idea. I have no idea what life is going to bring or what I'm doing in my life, and that's all I can say. Like, that's literally all I can say right now about that, because it's just the truth, it's the honesty, and it's hard. Like, it is really hard, and it's hard when people ask you about like things and, you know, like, what are you doing now? Like, are you doing a master's? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And you're like, no, like, I'm not doing any of those things. Like, I'm lost. I don't even have the answer to these questions you're asking me. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just a lot. But I'm hoping things will get better in the next few months, because, you know, I do have a lot to look forward to, like things I'm doing, like my friends and stuff. So we're on a bit of a more positive vibe in this half of the video. So I am going to Holland for a night with Ava, because she's going over for her work. Another update, I am slowly delving into the world of like content creation, like, you know, making content for businesses, would you say? Like, I can't even say I'm fully doing that, because honestly, I just haven't really done much, especially the last few weeks, just with everything going on with their page and stuff. But yeah, I've started to kind of volunteer to do it, so I do it when I can. And yeah, they have this trip coming up, and I'll be doing kind of pictures and videos and stuff like that. So that's exciting. Something different. You can't always say, like, it's not always that you say you go to Holland for like 36 hours. Like, come on. But yes, we have that. And then the following week, I'm going to see Kira in France. So me and Safia, and also Kira Coslow. Like, you've seen all these people on my channel, if you're an avid watcher, that is. Yeah, we're going over to France, Normandy, to see Kira, and that'll be really nice, because we haven't seen her like since probably Christmas time, and it'll just be nice to see where she's like living and what she gets up to and stuff like that. So yeah, like, I do have lovely trips planned and stuff like that, and just little things that are coming up. Like, I have a few musicals I'm going to see, and like they'll be like overnight stays in Dublin. And yeah, like, you know, I do have nice things coming up, so I just need to focus on them and get myself back up and running. Yeah, no, we will get there. Like, it's hard to focus on like the positive things when you're kind of in like a negative kind of mindset and stuff like that, but it'll be fine, it'll be grand. Like, I'll really enjoy myself, and it'll be an opportunity for me to make more kind of things for like YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that. So that'll be fun. Like, I'm trying to get back into the swing of that, like, and I actually did recently like get on Ready With Me on TikTok. If you want to have a look, like, my socials will be down in the description box anyways. But yeah, like, I'm trying to delve into that kind of world more, and see where that takes me. That's it. I know it was a very morbid video, but like, honestly, that is just the main things that have happened, and like, that's kind of why I fell off the saddle with like YouTube videos and TikTok, like anything like that. Like, I've just kind of lost my way a bit, and yeah, that is it. I was gonna say I hope you enjoyed the video but I mean, oh, another update is, and people on my Snapchat are gonna be like sick of me talking about this, but Megan Grubb, like my favorite YouTuber, saw my story last night. She saw my story. I was watching her vlog, her holiday vlog, like the most recent video, and I tagged her in like my Instagram story, and she saw it. Like, I was crying. Like, I was so shocked, because I love her so much. Like, and I feel like, honestly, I would go to the lengths to say like she's the one that made me kind of want to start YouTube and stuff like that. Like, what? Like, crazy. Like, like, she saw, like, as in the amount of people who probably tag her in stories and stuff like that, and she saw mine. Little Miss Emma Crow in Meelick, like in her blue room. Like, what the hell? And like, when you tag people on Instagram, you can check, like, it comes up in your messages. And I've been tagging her in my stories since 2020. So I've been on the grind for her to see my stories and stuff. So yeah, I was very delighted with that. Very, very delighted with that. But yeah, I mean, that's a positive update. That's like a positive update in my life. But yeah, as I said, I was going to say, I hope you enjoyed the video. But I mean, it's a very morbid kind of video that I'm like, would you really enjoy someone crying? No, I don't know. Or maybe you do. Maybe you like to see people suffer. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, look, it's just honest, real, raw. But anyways, I will see you soon. I would really appreciate it if you would like this video, if you would subscribe to my channel, and if you want to leave a comment, that's great. But if it's not a nice comment, then don't say it at all. So yeah, I shall see you soon.